Hello, welcome to Divine Source Connections. New Moon in Scorpio, water element, Moonology reading for the new moon on October the 25th. Welcome to Divine Source Connections, Moonology, Manifestation Oracle, and Law of Attraction. Hi. This new moon in Scorpio is creating one powerful night for manifestation, as the new moon on October the 25th officially ushers us back into the chaotic, unpredictable portal of eclipse season. The spiritual meaning of October 2022 new moon solar eclipse is bringing heart-centered transformation for all zodiac signs, so it's important to trust the universe and roll with the uncertainty. The solar eclipse taking place on October 25th will arrive in Scorpio, while the total lunar eclipse will arrive in Taurus. October's new moon is the first eclipse hit since spring, and this Halloween's adjacent illumination is likely to be reactive to the themes of the lunar eclipse in Scorpio that took place in May, around May the 15th. So if you think back to what was happening around that time, you'll find clues to what's upcoming. This upcoming eclipse may catalyze. It might give you a preview to what sort of events or continued storylines might transpire in your life under the October's big eclipse moment, which will help you prepare for what's to come. This new moon will fill you with optimism and faith. If you work on expanding your spirituality, you will find things are much more positive for you now than they were a year ago. This new moon is calling you to have unconditional trust. It is time to have faith in the seen and unseen powers of God, the Creator. You'll find yourself feeling more hopeful than you have recently. The new moon is helping you to swim through difficulties and come out refreshed. Water element reading. This is for water element. If you're just joining me, this is a Moonology reading for water elements, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for this upcoming new moon in Scorpio on October the 25th. So any of you just now joining. Okay. The new moon in Scorpio creates the need to delve into your feelings as deep as possible. You desire meaningful emotional exchanges now more than at any other time, even if it's not easy, and if you're forced to change many things. Shallow relationships do not satisfy you in this present moment because they are not purifying enough. Water is the element of constant movement, slow and steady, swirling inside of us, conception and death, illusions and fairy tales. It's also the element of emotion. Perhaps embracing emotion is the greatest task of all. Maybe that's what the new moon is trying to illuminate for us at this time, is embracing emotion, accepting negative with the positive. We can accept the negative and not keep score of the negative. We can focus our attention on the positive to attract more positive. We can become the vibration of positive. Anger and sadness we can deal with in love, with love, with love. There's no sadness in the vibration of love. If there is, change the word love to light. There's no sadness in light. Water people are said to be emotional, but their sensitivity and fragility make them perfect therapists, helping those with deep emotional problems. Water is a good pool of endless possibility, but it's almost impossible to find direction if there's no contact with fire. Some of us might have a fire partner. I just did a reading for fire. It'll be published on YouTube tomorrow. Water standing alone is magical and dreamy, but without direction. It could have us spinning in circles without finding our way. Water element. This element is of constant movement, slow and steady, swirling inside of us, of conception and death, illusions and fairy tales. It's also the element of emotion. Perhaps embracing emotion is the greatest task of all. Accepting the negative and positive, anger and sadness. Water is the element of emotion and the unconscious, as opposed to the conscious intellectualism of air. Let's go ahead and get started with this reading. Some of what I've just shared with you actually came from Brittany Behringer. She's also a creator, a digital creator. I want to go ahead and get started in the reading. So let's go ahead and change cameras. Okay. Now I'm ready to get started. I don't know if I have any viewers. I actually do have some of my viewers. Awesome. I didn't know if I would doing it so late, but I guess there's a lot of nightbirds. And this reading is actually benefit anyone listening. There's something in this reading for you. You'll get it. You'll get it. So we're going to get started. I'm actually going to do a Moonology reading for all 4 elements, hopefully before I leave for Atlanta tomorrow. So I'm glad you're here. We'll see how things go. And in the end, I'll do a law of attraction reading. Okay. The first deck I'm using is a Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland. There'll be a link on my video below. You can click the link if you're interested in purchasing the deck. The second deck is also by Yasmin Boland. It's a deck I actually just added to this reading. It's a great companion deck. It's also Moonology. Has more to do with manifestations. And I really am in the law of attraction. Everything I do is really law of attraction based. So you'll kind of feel the theme throughout every reading I ever do. I do personal readings. I have them listed on my services. They're under my services page under Divine Source Connection on Facebook. I don't know if you joined the group, but it'd be awesome to see you over there. And you'll get notifications when I do live stuff on my YouTube channel, which is also Divine Source Connection. If you like and subscribe, it really helps me. I don't know if you know this, I have to get 1,000 subscribers before I can monetize. I should like to make $1. You know what, I'm just going to pull right from the top. Like I do. Past, present, future. But it's all right now. Do you understand? It's all happening right now. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. We're actually in new moon in Scorpio. What a coinky dinky. You know there are no coinky dinkies. New moon in Scorpio. This present moment. Work through your fears. What do you need to release right in this present moment? So we're going to address that. That's what this new moon is going to illuminate for you at this time. And then your future manifestations based on your current vibrational transmissions and the past thoughts you've been thinking is where have you been spending your airtime? Where is your airtime? This will tell. This next set is the Moonology manifestation cards. This present moment, in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. Okay. Well, let's get started. Well, first of all, every day of the week represents an energy for a different sign. Today is Sunday, and Sunday is associated with the sun, which guides the sign of Leo. So that would have been in my fire element reading. Let's get started. Past energies. Okay? Past energies. Work through your fears. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that rises from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It most certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time for you to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing somewhat of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is a sign that likes to go deep into the body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Time to let go of a grudge that you're holding. Move from jealousy. Move from jealousy to a place of satisfaction. Just be. Stop obsessing over something that doesn't feel good when you think about it. You could be being paranoid in your situation. It's time to make an investment in your joy. In your joy. Scorpio is a sign of death and rebirth, a time of magic. Your present energy, your now energy. What do you need to release? Waning moon. What do I need to release? Do you have any idea? Do you have a clue? Maybe? The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime, or we need to let go. No matter when this moon cycle, when you pull this card, is a sign that a situation has peaked. For better or worse, it's time for you to go easy. Go easy on yourself. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Most certainly something from the situation you're asking about, the situation you're thinking about. This card can be a very positive card, but it can still gently suggest that you need to let go of something or stop trying so hard. Let go of the struggle. Instead of trying, why not ease yourself into it? It's more joyful to ease yourself, to stop trying to think your way through, but feel your way through. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. Take the path of least resistance. Stop adding resistance to your path. Change the thoughts that you're thinking. It's not time to start a new project. It's time to release emotional baggage. That's what's recommended now. It's time to say that you're sorry to someone. Probably yourself. Do energetic work such as meditating or yoga. Or enter a state of allowing. To be receptive to the next possible path of least resistance. The path of most allowance. It's available to you at all times. Where's your tuner tuned? Are you tuned into the struggle? If so, look at the other end of the stick. Look towards wellness, not against illness. Soon you will see what lies ahead. Let's jump down to this other deck. I hope you're enjoying it. If so, just hit yes, 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 or something. Yeah, whatever. Or hit hurrah or yay. Whatever. Let's keep going. This also represents your current moment. So this card right here should also kind of tie into what I just talked about. Let's see what it says. I'm always interested to see how close it is. It makes me happy when it's really, really close. It makes me really happy. But not surprised. This is on your feelings. On your feelings. And we were just talking about your feelings. Having to feel your way through. About having to feel your feelings. Honor your feelings. Are you putting on a good front? Acting like you're bright and breezy but hiding your real feelings? Rather than acting as though everything is fine, if you're worried about a certain issue, it's best to deal with them. Avoid getting so wrapped up in your feelings that you overwhelm yourself and everyone else involved in the situation. If you deny your feelings, you'll go nowhere fast with your manifesting. Look at the big picture and use your intuition. Avoid blowing an upset out of proportion. As admirable as it may be to live a cheerful and happy-go-lucky life, this card suggests you need to make sure you're not ignoring your emotions. Your emotions will tell you everything. It's your compass. You can't ignore your feelings. It's your superpowers. You're being asked to feel all your feelings. Making light of the emotions now isn't recommended. Remember, we create with our emotions. I just said that. We create with our emotions. They're our superpower. You don't have feelings? Well, you're not going to create a whole lot with them. You don't have much leverage. Because you have to feel your way into alignment. You can't think yourself in there. I promise. Tune in to your manifestation powers. The crown chakra is located at the top of your head, and this is the color is a majestic violet. This chakra connects you with Source. It helps you to find direction when you need it. Trust me when I say you always need it. You should always plug in the vacuum before you vacuum. Works better. You always need it. And if you think you don't, well, that's a gap. That's a gap you need to close. Imagine bathing in a column of radiant violet light and just breathe. Energies of the first quarter moon in Pisces, thank you for showing me that I am divine. Okay. Near future manifestations. Near future manifestations based on your your current vibrational transmission, this current set point of you, and what you've been thinking. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. Things are likely to get very heated, as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So, there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine subtleties around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals and consider others' feelings. This card indicates an especially feminine time. Very feeling-oriented time. A time where maybe family issues could come up. Nothing to worry about. Signals that change is coming. Something's coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or a private issue will soon come to a head. That's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies behind a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. Don't try to overcome your insecurities. Line up with appreciation for your securities. You can never push against anything without getting more. Just a little secret. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner, instead of with thought, with feeling. Yeah, nudge your way in. Nudge your way. One dot at a time. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Enter a state of allowance, a state of non-resistant. I don't like to call it non-resistant thought, because thought in itself has resistance. But a state of allowing is a state of satisfaction. And a state of appreciation is a state of gratitude. And a state of gratitude is a state of love. And the state of love is a state of light. And the state of light is a state of wellness. And the state of wellness is a state of knowing. And the state of knowing is a state of clarity. In the state of clarity, there's no confusion. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? Hope you're enjoying. I am. Okay, in a week from now, what to expect in a week from now? I'm not a fortune teller. This is all based on this now present energy, this moment. Lighten up. It's time to lighten up. What's happening for you right now can turn out well, but you need to find a balance between the light and the dark of the situation. You don't find a balance. You don't weigh out the light with the dark. Don't keep score of the dark. Only focus on the light. Create more of the light. Become the light. Attract the light. There's no darkness in light. There's no need to sift and sort. There's no need to weigh the good with the bad. When you do that, you become vibration of the good, vibration of the bad, vibration of the good, vibration of the bad, vibration of the good. You ask for wanted, you ask for unwanted, ask for wanted, ask for unwanted. Put a triangle in each and every direction every time you weigh the pros with the cons. It's a little hint. Get in touch with the lighter and happier feelings to clear away any energetic debris that may have grown out of fears. You don't have to clear away energetic debris. All you have to do is focus on the energy of love itself. There's no debris. The energy of light, there's no debris. It isn't about glossing over any dreams, dramas, pretending all that is well, seeing the world through those little rose-colored glasses. It's not just about trying to have a positive attitude towards life now, and trying to clear away any upsets. No, it's not about pretending. It's about tuning into that which feels good. It's not about tuning out of unwanted. It's about tuning into wanted. Two very strong energies are at play here. All the things you fear and all the your vitality. The fear and vitality are not. They do not exist on the same grid. Two different subjects. Do you want vitality? Do you want well-being? Or do you want fear, addiction, shame, guilt, anger, hatred, resentment? Do we want to tune into those energies? How do they feel? Not very good. What does that tell you? Not in alignment with what Source knows to be true. How do I know that? Well, it doesn't feel good when I think about it. Well, ding, 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 ding. Drawing this card suggests you need to lighten up a little. Happy manifesting comes from a happy place. You can tune into anything joyful, and everything you ask for that's joyful will come. Focus in on joy. Not because you receive something, not because you attain something, not because you reach a certain a place in your profession, but because it feels good. Why? Because why? It feels good. Okay. In 2 weeks from now, are you interested in 2 weeks from now? Time to clear your mind. Last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind. Fretting is a sweet-sounding word for feeling anxious. Doesn't it feel the same? Well, it has the same vibration. That's why it feels the same. This card suggests that you or someone close is fretting. As you already know, this won't help you move closer to your goals, and it means you're directing. It means you're not directing your thoughts and the energy onto what you want. You don't want to focus on wanted. Only focus on wanted. Deliberately manifesting a goal comes from a happy place. You cannot manifest something positive from a unhappy place. You can't. You can only get more unhappy things. Like attracts alike. Focus where you feel good. Focus on making a list of positive aspects about yourself, and then talk to yourself about them. Talk them through your mind. This is far more likely to bring good results than focusing on unwanted, focusing on things that you want to push against. Focusing on an illness you want to push against. Focusing on a habit that you want to. Instead of focusing on the habit that you don't want to do, focus on a habit you do want to do. And I'm having to do that too. Trying to quit smoking. I'm going to have to focus on, I don't know yet. I haven't started to quit. In a week. But I'm already thinking about it now. I'm thinking about it now. Right now. And I see myself quitting, and I feel really good about it. And I feel good about it now. Right now. I feel, oh my God, it's so awesome to have stopped doing something that caused my body to not be well, and to be able to feel myself and know that I can do this, because I've only tried once, and I was successful for a very long time, and when I did it, I chose to do it. So there you go. 3 weeks from now. New moon in Gemini. Think it through. Lighten up. Honor your feelings. Clear your mind. Think it through. Work through your fears. What do you need to release? You have a pretty good idea of it by now. Let's look at your 3 weeks from now manifestations. New moon in Gemini. Think it through. A positive outcome lies ahead. However, to take this opportunity from the ethers and make it real, you need a positive mindset. On some level, you already know how to get what you want. Use your smarts. Think it through. Look for the signposts, the dots, the pointers, right? About what to do next. Ask, what am I expecting? Right? You expect it into being. You do. You ask. You know. You allow. You expect. You witness. And in between the witness and the expect is you become. You become the vibration of that which you ask for. Focus on positive expectations. Expectations attract. If you're having doubts, talk to someone. Don't talk to them about your doubts, though. Talk to them about everything that makes it possible. And stop doubt before it starts. And don't share your ideas until they've had time to mature. And don't keep score of anyone else's opinion. It's irrelevant. Close your eyes and meditate on your desire for at least 5 minutes. What comes up? Write it down. Knowledge is powerful. And I am powerful. Knowledge is powerful, and I am powerful. Power is clarity. Clarity is power. Alignment brings clarity. Are y'all ready for a law of attraction reading? Let's do it. I have a little extra time. I'm only going to do this for water element because it's kind of dear to me. It is dear to me. They're all dear to me. All. Because we have all of them. I'm going to start out with this deck. It's called Asking It Is Given. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Asking It Is Given. It's a deck by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I'm just going to do 2 decks. I do other readings. I do money manifestation. I do health, well-being, getting into the vortex, asking It Is Given, law of attraction, of course. Oh, and of course, these are the Moonology decks I just used. There are links below if you're interested in purchasing. Got a shop on my Divine Source Connection, Facebook Divine Source Connection page. It says shop. And all the oracle cards that I use, they're all listed on there. As well as all of my instruments for sound healing, crystal singing bowls, Tibetan singing bowls, the tuning forks, the crystal singing pyramids, different types of chimes and instruments, and they're all toned and tuned to your body. Let's just do 4. Let's see how. Okay. How to get more wanted. How to get more wanted. Asking It Is Given. You're always receiving. You're always asking. You're always receiving. The question is, are you receiving wanted or unwanted? So how to receive more wanted? Well, my attention to it invites it in. That's right. It's not your words. It's your attention. When you put your attention on any topic, you actually start to vibrate. You start to vibrate. You start to match. It's like one tuning fork on one side and the tuning fork's on the other, and you strike one and it causes the other to vibrate. They match. Excuse me. Your attention to whatever is attracting more of whatever. Every thought that you give your attention to expands, becomes bigger, part of your vibrational mix. Whether it is a thought of something you want or the thought of something you do not want, your attention to it invites the essence, the vibrational being of it into your experience. You become the vibration and you attract more of the same. On every subject is a grid, right? And every subject has a vibration, and every subject has 2 ends, and you have unwanted and wanted, and it's where you direct your focus. It's where you direct your focus. I will do my best to make the best of it. Right, there's always a diamond in the rough in every situation. What is this here to teach me? How did I expand? How am I more clear in this moment? What can I appreciate in this moment? I learned to pay attention to my feelings. It's the only thing in this whole world you have any control over. Only if you've seen the news, you don't have any control over that. You don't have control over what your kids do most of the time. You don't have control over what your partner does. You have to pay attention to your feelings. It's the only thing you have control over. Is how you feel. Really. It's it. Sums it up. But you know what? That's enough. It is enough. It is not about controlling my thoughts. It's about guiding them. 100% true. It's not about controlling your thoughts. It's just about thinking thoughts that feel good. I mean, it depends on how bad your thoughts are as to how much you feel you might need to control. But it's not about controlling your bad thoughts. It's about choosing good thoughts. Good thoughts. And what thought feels better than joy? Peace. That feels pretty good. Wellness. Feels pretty good to me. I mean, it's doable. Clarity. I like the way that sounds. Clarity brings power. Clarity. The clarity is in the contrast. We're not encouraging you to make an effort to control your thoughts, but instead to more or less guide your thoughts. Reaching for the way you would like to feel is a lot easier way to hold your thoughts in vibrational alignment with that which you believe is good. Always reaching for a better feeling thought from one second to the next. Right? So, I'm moving on to another deck. And I'm going to make this brief. I really enjoy everybody hanging in with me. The vortex. Here's the next set. This is the final set that I'm going to do tonight. I also do money, law of attraction and health, law of attraction and money, law of attraction and well-being, law of attraction, asking it is given, and the vortex. The vortex, this is the deck I'm about to pull some cards. How do you get what you've been asking for? How do you get in that place of joy? These are my favorite readings, like law of attraction readings. I love them. Life-changing. Truly is. Manifest your thoughts. It's a lot easier than working. Do something you feel joy doing. If you're doing something you don't feel joy, that's work, honey. I want to do something that makes me happy. You know what? And a side effect of feeling joyful will attract abundance. And I'm sure, and I have a knowing, and I'm clear about that. And I feel it feels wonderful to have that knowing, to know. It feels good. It feels good to know. Attempting to control others attract more to be controlled. Yeah. The more you try to control other people, the more people come into your experience that you might feel need to be controlled. So it's best just to control how you feel. Because others have very little to do. You might not always have another there for your joy. What happens when that other goes away? What happens when the sun that always brought you joy is not shining? What happens when the flowers that were blooming that brought you joy every day are dead? What happens when the tree that you used to find all the joy in is no longer there? Where will your joy be? It's easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control others. Be expecting by expecting their success, I can help others improve. By expecting them to do well, you can expect it into place. By expecting them to fail, you can expect it into place. Which feels better? It's all about feeling. Your feelings are your compass as to how wide your gap is between the thoughts you're thinking and what Source knows to be true. You never help others when you allow yourself to be a sounding board for their complaints. You cannot help other people by joining the circle of complaints. Because when you do, everyone's complaining, you chime in your complaint, and the complaint grows, and by the end of the 30 minutes, you're all transmitting a vibration of this complaint that you've been tuning into. And by doing that, you actually create more experiences that match the vibration of the complaint. So you helped your friend to manifest more crap in their life. To be a good friend would to redirect the conversation to wanted. Redirect, redirect, redirect. That's how you help a friend. Redirect. Refuse to join in on a manifestation that is harmful to someone you care about. Refuse. Others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. That's right. Most of them are not in alignment with Source. You're asking other people for advice as to what you should do. Most of them, they don't even know what they should do. You're counting on their gut feeling over your gut feeling because someone's talked you out of alignment with your own gut feeling, with your own knowing. If someone can't hear their Source, they're not going to hear you. You did not intend to use the opinions of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew and still remembered long after you were born that it was safe to have a relationship with the opinion or knowledge of the Source within you and your current thoughts. In any moment that would offer you perfect guidance in the form of your emotional guidance system, your feelings. So, I hope so much that you enjoyed this reading. I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. I'm exhausted. Thanks so much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. Don't forget, come join, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Divine Source Connection. You'll be able to find it out there. It's got my little picture on it. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.